Good morning and a pleasant welcome to Kear News Line. 45 minutes of news, views, and analysis on Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our global community. Today is Friday, March 14, 2025, and I am Mario Majalo presenting these as stories topping the headlines. President Joseph Walker underscores the urgent need for more job opportunities for Liberian youths, says such move will address the troubling gap in the job market. Former contractors of Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geoinformation Services demand immediate settlement of unpaid salaries, accuse authorities of alleges of alleged refusal to listen to their concerns. Mountain of waste takes over the main street in Douala Market as market women express frustration over poor waste management of the Monrovia City Corporation. And away from Liberia, Southern African leaders have announced they will pull their troops out of Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where they have been helping the government fight rebel forces. Details of these plus other interesting developments are packaged in this news. We are taking a short break to be right back. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. Let's now join Aloysius Chie for the Bulletin of News. Good morning, Aloysius.
Good morning, Mariam, and good morning, Liberians. President Joseph Walker has urged officials of government to create job opportunities for Liberians across the country. The president, during his second cabinet meeting, said failure to provide jobs for the young generation will lead to severe social consequences, stressing that job creation remains a top priority for his government. According to him, the provision of jobs will end the numerous challenges experienced across the country. He said lack of opportunities for youth is a direct threat to social stability and development in Liberia. According to him, the lack of jobs for the youth reveals a troubling gap between the education system and the job market, where young graduates are left without the means to apply their skills. The Liberian leader at the same time said his administration is actively speeding up negotiations and efforts to create employment opportunities for Liberian youths. The president called on his government officials to prioritize urgent action in finding solutions that will lead to economic stability and provide young people the opportunities they deserve. Former mapping assistants at the Liberia Institute for Statistics and Geoinformation Services have expressed concerns over unpaid salaries owed them by wages. Speaking to reporters on Thursday, the aggrieved assistants stressed that they were hired as contractors tasked with gathering data used to interpret Liberia demography. They lamented that despite their hard work, they are yet to receive their payments, describing the situation as unfair. One of the aggrieved members, Mark Kamara, explained that despite several attempts made to resolve the issue, authorities at Legis have refused to cooperate. Following his suspension by the majority bloc of the House of Representatives, a local businesswoman has warned the Unity Party government to desist from verbal and physical attacks on Monsuado County District 10 Representative Yeke Koruba. Recently, the majority bloc lead headed by Representative Richard Cohn, suspended Monserrado County District 10 lawmaker Yeke Kodiba for 30 days, citing continuous absence from duty. But speaking to the station, Ma Orita Vanin described Representative Yeke Kodiba as a people-centered leader who champions the cause of the ordinary Liberians. She warned the Wagaku administration to forego Representative Yeke Kodiba and focus on improving the lives of Liberians through job opportunities and market women empowerment loans. Ma Orita Valiant, who sells in a Saturday market in St. Paul's Bridge, noted that the market will continue to support the District 10 lawmaker as long as he continues to seek their interests and expose corrupt government officials who undermine development. Former National Public Health Institute of Liberia Director General and lay leader of the Liberia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church have described those leaving the church as self-seeking and greedy people pursuing their personal interest. For nearly a year, the United Methodist Church in Liberia has been divided over same-sex marriage issue, with one group of people breaking away to join the newly established Global Methodist Church. Speaking on radio show Thursday, Dr. Tobo Yuswa accused members who have parted ways with the United Methodist Church to join the Global Methodist Church of seeking their personal interests rather than the truth on the ongoing saga. He said, though they claim not to be part of the UMC, the Global Methodist Church members continue to spread what he termed as disinformation and misinformation about homosexuality in the church. According to him, the laws of Liberia do not support same sex marriage, and therefore the United Methodist Church in Liberia will not accept and promote homosexuality. Commenting on the UMC properties, the lay leader of the First United Methodist Church in Monrovia, Medina Wisa, disclosed that the magistrate of the Magisterial Court has ruled in favor of the Liberia Annual Conference against the Global Methodist Church for the operative measure taken by the legal team of the UMC. The National Customs Broker Association of Liberia Thursday hosted its 18th annual convention held at its national headquarters in Monrovia. The 18th convention of the National Customs Brokers Association of Liberia is being held under the theme Border Divides. Speaking at the start of the convention, Reverend Charles Dix, the guest of the current administrative pastor of the Providence Baptist Church, described custom brokers as the invisible hands that are guarding the custom system through the collection of trade. He however applauded the management of the association for their tireless efforts in ensuring the smooth of trade goes through various poles. He urged the association to focus on trade laws, documentation, and logistics during operations to avoid what he described as internal bureaucracy. Meanwhile, the association's president, James Hennen, urged members of the association and partners for the level of professionalism over the past years. The Student Unification Party has strongly condemned the declining state of sports in Liberia, accusing Liberian Football Association President Mustafa Rajin of being responsible for what it described as the stagnation of Liberian football. Speaking to reporters Thursday, that's Vice Chair for Propaganda Eddie Yancey argued that under Raji leadership, the country's sports culture continues to suffer due to incompetence and constitutional violations. Yancey further questioned Raji's nationality as LFA president, citing Chapter 21, Article 45.2 of the LFA statutes, which mandates that the president, vice presidents, and executive committee members must be Liberian citizens either by birth or naturalization. He alleged that Raji was born to a Nigerian father and is yet to provide proof of his Liberian citizenship. He has compared Raji's case with the former chairman of the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission on the Busi Nwabudiki, who was exposed for forging nationality documents. The party vowed to mobilize citizens to demand radical reforms within the LFA and full adherence to Liberia laws. At least two kids reported dead in a tragic fire incident that erupted in Lover Street community, Painesville. The two kids who died in a fire incident at the Think Liberia Safe Orphanage Home Thursday afternoon are yet to be identified. Eyewitnesses said cause of the fire outbreak is yet to be established, but attributed it to electrical fault. The eyewitnesses expressed frustration over such outbreak, describing the death of the kids as troubling. They disclosed that the kids have been living in the orphanage home for over a long period prior to their demise. However, the Liberia National Fire Service has since made some interventions pending report on the cause of the fire. The National Elections Commission has announced that the candidate nomination exercise for the senatorial by-election in Nima County will officially and March 14, 2025. In a release, the NEC noted that the accreditation exercise for party agents, local and international observers, and the media will also end on Friday, March 14, 2025. The release called on all chairpersons and secretaries or authorized executive members of political parties to pick up their nomination packages for aspirants contesting the election. The NDC recalled that the nomination and accreditation exercises are in line with its key dates release for the Nima County senatorial by-election scheduled for April 22, 2025. Principal of Basel High School, Theophilus Franku, has formally requested the Ministry of Education to conduct a financial audit of the school's funds, citing concerns over alleged mismanagement by previous administrations. Frank Yu reported that upon the departure of former principal Reverend Augusta Square, he was informed that the school's account held 2.8 million librarian dollars. However, the turnover note indicated only 1.2 million librarian dollars, with discrepancies arose when acting principal James Gaga, who managed the school for nearly 3 months, reported that only 570,000 librarian dollars remained in the account. Frank Yu stated that no records have been provided to explain the expenditures leading to these discrepancies. In response, Frank Yu has announced his decision to withhold the use of the remaining funds until a thorough audit is conducted by the Ministry of Education. He expressed his intention to use personal funds for urgent campus needs to ensure the school's operation continue without interruption. The principal of the Gbama Central High School in Baburu County has declared lack of water on the campus of the institution. According to Blama Conan, despite the construction of a modern bathroom by the government of Liberia, the issue of water remains a major challenge. He further called on the county authorities and central government to assist in the provision of water for school-going kids. Blama Conan made these assertions in an interview with the station in Baburu County Thursday. The institution's principal, however, noted that the situation is causing students to defecate in buches, describing it as embarrassing. At the same time, Blaman has called for assistance from government and other humanitarian organizations to roof the institution's auditorium. Well, Mariaman, that's the latest in the news bulletin. Is back to you for continuation.
Many thanks, Aloysius. The Bulletin of News is a regular feature here on Kear News Line. President Joseph Walker underscores the urgent need for more job opportunities for Liberian youth, says such move will address the troubling gap in the job market. Straight into the news. President Joseph Walker has urged officials of government to create jobs opportunities for Liberians across the country. The president, during his second cabinet meeting, said failure to provide jobs for the young generation would lead to several social consequences, stressing that job creation remains a top priority for his government. According to him, the provision of jobs will end the numerous challenges experienced across the country.
So these are critical issues. Besides that, we have to pay attention to here or interfere with all of it. So we have to learn to take care of issues that are national.
At the same time, the Liberian leader said his administration is actively speeding negotiations and efforts to create employment opportunities for Liberian youth.
Be able to give us a sense of direction and working towards coordination and also a commitment to reposition this country for development. We all know the difficulties. People are not compensated adequately, but it won't come about by not doing the right thing, because if we do the right thing, the resources will be available and we can meet the needs. We have to position the country, and that's the job we all around here have to do. So I want to thank you all for what you're doing so far, but we need to redouble our efforts, especially with the global situation now. We did a report on the effect of the different decisions that have been taken. The other things that we can control are the ones that we are responsible for. You can't control the decisions of the lawmakers. We can work towards how we're going to improve our country. And I hope that's the determination that we can start. So, having said that, we're going to new business, which will be introduced by the Director General of Cabinet. Thank you very much.
The voice of Liberia's President Joseph Nimwabwaka. Former mapping assistants at the Liberia Institute for Statistics and Geoinformation Services have expressed concern over unpaid salaries owed them. Speaking to reporters on Thursday, the aggrieved assistants stressed that they were hired on contract basis, tasked with gathering data used to interpret Liberia demography. One of the aggrieved members, Mark Kamara, explained that despite several attempts made to resolve the issue, authorities of villages have refused to cooperate. The voice of Mark Kamara. Yes, sorry, we cannot bring you the assets. Mountain of waste in the most famous Douala market in District 16 is not only posing serious threat to the survivability and livelihood of citizens, but also causing huge traffic congestion. The alleged refusal of the Monrovia City Corporation, headed by Mayor John Siafa, to collect waste from various collection sites in Douala has resulted to half of the main street being occupied by garbage. Marketers have complained that huge complex of garbage is in the market has exposed them to several diseases including cholera and diarrhea. They stated that despite their commitment to pay 50 Liberian dollars daily, the Liberian Marketing Association and the Monrovia City Corporation have re-engaged on their responsibility to ensure a clean and safe environment.
Mountain of waste in the most famous Douala market in District 16 is not only posing serious threat to the survivability and livelihood of citizens but also causing huge traffic congestion. The alleged refusal of the Monrovia City Corporation, headed by the Mayor John Siafa, to collect waste from various collection sites has resulted to half of the main street being occupied by garbage. Marketers have complained that the huge stockpile of garbage in the market has exposed them to several diseases, including cholera and diarrhea. They stated that despite their commitment to pay 50 Liberian dollars, the Liberian Marketing Association and the Monrovia City Corporation have reneged on their sole responsibility to ensure a clean and safe environment for trade. The market women said the situation continued to drive away potential customers. An elderly disenchanted market woman, only identified as Man Water, expressed deep frustration over the poor waste management affairs by the Moeva City Corporation. Mawata described the business environment under the Bwaka Kong's administration as disappointing.
But we had done later. They do that and say, you don't want to say yeah, you both sing at the home. And they want to get rid of us. You don't want to say yeah, you both sing at the home. They have nothing on now. We are saying, you don't say yeah, no place there for us to say, they want to be here that look at it, they want to go there and show it for them. They don't want to be looking now. Now, when we come before,
Douala Market is one of the most important economic zones in Liberia. The market serves as a critical food hub, linking agricultural activities in outward counties, including Boni and Nimak. It is noted for its high population and structural density. Despite the frustration from marketers, the Moeva City Corporation is yet to make the necessary move to collect waste from various collection sites in the market. Reporting for Kear Line, I'm Lee Monju.
Lee Manju there reporting. Former mapping assistant at the Liberia Institute for Statistics and Geoinformation Services have expressed concern over unpaid salary owed them. Speaking to reporters on Thursday, the aggrieved assistants stressed that they were hired as contractors tasked with gathering data used to interpret Liberia demography. One of the aggrieved members, Mark Kamara, explained that despite several attempts made to resolve the issue, authorities at Legis have refused to cooperate.
Well, Trudeau, and we've come to speak to the public and to stakeholders and to enable the President of the Republic to, because these days has unfairly treated us in the process, and we have produced data in the country that our institutions are using to interpret the demography of Liberia. And hard work has been put into the process. Some of our points, like them, even passed during the process. And we've worked tirelessly in this country, and this junction, this just is important to us, and we feel that this is unfair. We've gone through the legal processes. This case has been given fair due processes. We started off when we felt we were ill-treated. We took our matter to by then the General Director of Relations, Professor Francis Rand. He looked in the matter on our faithful day. I can remember in his office. He called us and we discussed the issue, and he said he would get back to us. But back and forth, back and forth. So the only remedy for us as agreed markers by then was to take it to the law. Because as civil citizens in the world, this is the only route we can use. So we took the matter to the law. We started the process to labor ministry and the ministerial complex. And we went and we took up a law and we went. We started the process. The section at the labor ministry called uses several occasions for conference and dialogue. These people have come to you with such a complaint. Can we come step forward so that we can discuss the matter?
The aggrieved member, Mark Kamara, there speaking. Following his suspension by the majority bloc of the House of Representatives, a local businesswoman has warned the Unity Party government to desist from verbal or physical attacks on Monserrado County District 10 Representative Yeke Koluba. Speaking to the station, Ma Orito Vani described Representative Yeke Koluba as a people-centered leader who championed the cause of ordinary Liberians. She warned the Bwaka Kun administration to forget about Representative Koluba and focus on improving the lives of Liberians through job opportunities and market women empowerment loan.
Tell Joseph Boga to forget about Yaka Koluba. What is Boga Villa Yaka Koluba? Boga no was here in one make Boga say Yaka Koluba that he was taking you. So Yaka Koluba na happy to run a champion. When you run a champion, anything Yaka Koluba say will be Yaka Koluba say I'm run a champion. I'm coming right for you. You not have to go through the black people. So the thing that you say you will do it, you say Yaka Koluba say yes, you will do it. And now Yaka Koluba won't do it. Yaka Koluba won't do it. He betray Yaka Koluba. So when Yaka Koluba force you, you are not on the thing that you talk. You forsake yourself when Yaka Koluba force you. Whether Yaka Koluba force you for real, you are saying I'm not going to say Yaka Koluba. So they don't know, and you don't even say I'm not Yaka Koluba for that. And I'm going to go Yaka Koluba there. You know when I go to Duala, you know all the way to go just to take the go for Yaka Koluba. Last year you go for Yaka. Yes. Because Yaka Koluba is the one that is coming for you us. So you are telling to me Yaka Koluba because a budget. You get to be talking to the president. You know who thing? Yes. Let you do for Bola, do for Joe. Yes. They happy. Saying that you are not happy to you. And you are not going to betray Yaka Koluba or betray the great people and lie again. Yaka Koluba is not going to force you. You understand? You are not going to forget Yaka Koluba. You can't let Yaka Koluba there. You tell us on the line. You go for Yaka? No, they stop there. They don't tell us that Yaka Koluba for there. I mean, you put it there now, you pay me on go. You never get no power. You never get shot on something. You shot me in for Yaka Koluba. I know Yaka Koluba is not talking. Then you forget for Yaka Koluba. Now I want to come and get them send you for Yaka Koluba. Then you forget for Yaka Koluba. Everything I do for me, I do for the other person. Then you use Yaka Koluba. We don't know what we want. Our sister will go. Take them to Yaka Koluba for them. Now you know. They are not doing Yaka Koluba in our house. Okay.
The voice of a local businesswoman, Ma Orita Vani, there speaking. We're taking a short break to be right back. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. If you're just tuning in, you are listening to Kear News Line, 45 minutes of news, views, and analysis on Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our global community. And these are stories topping the headlines. President Joseph Walker underscores the urgent need for more job opportunities for Liberian youths, says such move will address the troubling gap in the job market. Former contractors of Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geo-Information Services demand immediate settlement of unpaid salaries, accuse authorities of alleges of a large refusal to listen to their concerns. Mountain of waste takes over the main streets in Douala Market as market women express frustration over poor waste management of the Monrovia City Corporation. And away from Liberia, Southern African leaders have announced they will pull their troops out of Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where they have been helping the government fight rebel forces. Let's now bring you more development of those making the news. Former Public Health Institute of Liberia Director General and lay leader of the Liberia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church has described those leaving the church as self-seeking and greedy people pursuing their personal interests. Speaking on radio show Thursday, Dr. Talbot Insua accused members who have parted ways with the United Methodist Church to join the Global Methodist Church of seeking their personal interest rather than speaking the truth on the ongoing saga.
People with their own parochial interests, greed, are lying on a piece of church that been in this country for 200 years. I'm coming there. Are they United Methodists? They were former United Methodists. They used to be United Methodists, but guess what? they used to be called United Methodists. They remain under the water in the shadows for 3-4 years, damaging the church just to take a simple decision of registering your own church that they just did February 14. January, they registered January 23, 2025, and launched February 14, 2025, when we were having our annual conference for church that been here for 200 years. So let me lay out with you. I want to hammer it down and double down on this. It's creeping in the UMC. The Christian community needs to come together. Don't want to kill people. Misinformation in this country during the Ebola crisis. That's why you hear it in the United Methodist Church. We've done everything possible. The bishop that we've known, this man has been went to Sunday school. This man went through the rank and file of the church as a pastor, became administrative assistant to the bishop, served so many bishops. We've known him for the past 8 years as our bishop. Today is the man that is being castigated of taking money to sign something that is not a law of this land.
Commenting on the United Methodist Church properties, the lay leader of the First United Methodist Church in Monrovia, Medina Wiese, disclosed that the magistrate at the Magistrate Court has ruled in favor of the Liberia Annual Conference against the Global Methodist Church following a proactive measures taken by the legal team of the UMC.
Recently, we had some altercations at a few of our churches. So, taking proactive measure, conference leader and some United Methodist lawyers decided that let's take some proactive measures to go to the magisterial court where it starts from. And in one of those instances, so they rank you. So it was second place. I mean, he's a very smart lawyer. He defended the other side, and they lost. Yeah. The magistrate ruled in favor of the United Methodist. So now what happened? You saw that you then saw Jerry Kula going there now to go take that famous nice picture for the optics to say, the church has been the process of securing land to build church, to buy property, to own. And Dr. Charles Boyu at the annual conference, he asked, he said, who all here were here 100 years ago when these properties were given to us? Who were here? Those are common sense questions. The Nigerian Bishop Emmanuel, he asked, when we do all those good works or bad works on earth, the where we're going, we envisage to go heaven. Is there any church there, Denny? Any church down in there? Are we going to a place called United Methodist Church? No, we as Methodists, John Wesley gave us a church, do good. Yeah. And so we are doing a good here. So let my
The voice of Medina Wiese. Earlier on, you listened to Dr. Talbot Yensua. The principal of the Banga Central High School in Bapolu County has decried a lack of water on the campus of the institution. According to Blama Kone, despite the construction of a modern bathroom by the government of Liberia, the issue of water remains a major challenge.
Water is our problem, very challenging. We have tried several times to get water here. The net flower. So we have even morning ban toilets are all built by the government through the ARAS program. We cannot use that. We can't use that. We can't use that particular toilet because of water. Right now, our volunteer we need water through the PTA compensation. Trying to bring water, even though that the water content is low for the students, you can go 2 times and bring water in here. So there's a major challenge here. And right now, another challenge is that our auditorium have been destroyed by breeze. We don't have, maybe as you say, we look on our side, we see it there. So right now, we don't have auditorium for the school. Government have come in and taken photos. You have informed the Raffle Authority on what we really say. Other NGOs have come taking photos to see whether they can help us in really building our auditorium. Whenever having other important meetings, which are where the students are learning. Right now, as I tell you, you can see medical thing like you are the human practice. And in every meeting you are the human practice. That happens. From the community form, so the janitor goes there, draw the form, draw the water, and come over here, you put in a bucket, and you use it, when you finish it, you go back there, you will gel it down to school. Here, let's say it's enough. Only people.
The principal of the Banga High School in Bapolo County is Blama Kone there speaking. The National Custom Brokers Association of Liberia Thursday hosted its 18th annual convention held at its national headquarters in Monrovia. Speaking at the start of the convention, Reverend Charles Dix, the guest speaker and current administrative pastor of the Providence Baptist Church, described custom brokers as the invisible hands that are guiding the customs system through the collection of trade. He urged the association to focus on trade laws, documentation, and logistics during operations to avoid what he described as internal bureaucracy.
Custom brokers are the invisible hands guiding businesses, government, and consumers through the complexity of trade in ensuring that goods, services, and economic opportunities flow smoothly. Yet, without effective management, these divisions will lead to delays, increased costs, and inefficiency in trade. This is where custom brokers step in as the ultimate connectors. They serve as intermediary between businesses and government, ensuring compliance with custom regulations while promoting the smooth movement of goods. Their expertise in tariffs, trade laws, documentation, and logistics allow businesses to focus on their whole operation without getting entangled in bureaucracy directive. Custom will simplify complex regulations. Different countries, different organizations have different trade laws, but the purpose ensure compliance with all necessary requirements.
Reverend Charles Deeks there speaking. The African Theology Institute has commenced a 3 day spiritual leadership conference at the Providence Baptist Church in Monrovia. Speaking at the opening of the conference, Reverend Alfred Walker said the conference is intended to provide spiritual leadership and growth to bishops, pastors, church leaders, and theologians in Africa. Reverend Alfred Walker added that the launch of the African Theology Institute will reduce the high level of untrained pastors, bishops, and theologians in Africa.
So you see, similar question came about. Today, everybody in Africa, specifically Liberia, has the freedom to just get up and start a church. But as this institute is launched, we hope to do it every year. And part of what we want to do is to make sure we educate our people around the faith so they get to understand that it's not everybody who says God or who is able to interpret just a passage. You call him pastor. Maybe some of the conversation that will come from this conference and going forward could be in the direction of us saying, hey, like Rwanda, maybe before you start a church, could you have, say, a full year of training in the theological seminary or Bible school, which will give you foundation in understanding how to lead as a flock or as a shepherd, the flock, how to lead your people as a leader, and not exploit them because you are considered pastor and people call you daddy, but to understand that you have a role. Your role to lead the people, to feed them, to guide them, to protect them. Leaders of churches need to understand these fundamentals as we provide direction for our people.
Reverend Alfred Walker there speaking. The Student Unification Party has strongly condemned the declining state of sports in Liberia, accusing Liberia Football Association's president Mustafa Raji of being responsible for what it described as the stagnation of Liberian football. Speaking to reporters Thursday, Sub Vice Chair for Propaganda Eddie Yense argued that under Raji's leadership, the country's sports culture continues to suffer due to incompetence and constitutional violations.
Over in the years, the pattern of wages, the poor heroin, the poor administrative affairs of the governing body of football in the Republic of Liberia, or the Nigerian pastor, Mustafa Ashola Raji, a man who has deliberately refused to address the Liberian people of the citizenship in the nationality. So on that note, the Revolutionary Violence Education Party has converged here to ask decisively Mustafa Raji, the Nigerian pastor, to clearly justify the nationality and citizenship as the constitution of the LFA dictates. Article 21, chapter 45.2 of the LFA Constitution speaks of citizenship and nationality. And you must be a vice president, a president, or any other member, must be a Liberian, or you must be a national Liberian. Somebody from Nigeria, you're national yourself in Liberia. We do not have issue, but you justify your citizenship according to law. And that's why the party have come to respond to Mustafa Raji during his poor handling the affairs of the forwarding body of the Republic of Liberia. And we see football is no longer interested in Liberia. The players, the member clubs have no interest in the Liberian League. The Liberian League, it is not a league, it is a web. Mustafa Ashola Raji, father was a Nigerian, and he was born in Nigeria. We support Pan-Africanism. We know that's an argument. But according to Liberian law, you must nationalize yourself under the law of Liberia to be a citizen and to handle the serious affairs in the republic. But the deliberate refusal of Mustafa Raji to justify and clarify the citizenship and nationality clearly validates that is not worthy to run the Liberian people.
Sub Vice Chair for Propaganda Eddie Yancey there speaking. And away from Liberia, Southern African leaders have announced that they will pull their troops out of Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where they have been helping the government fight rebel forces. The troops were sent 2 years ago to support the Congolese army fight the Rwandan-backed M23 rebels, which have seized control of large parts of the mineral-rich eastern DR Congo this year. At least 19 soldiers from South Africa, Malawi, and Tanzania were killed when the M23 captured the region's biggest city, Goma, in January. Thousands of people have been killed during the fighting, and hundreds of thousands left without shelter after fleeing their homes. There have been the concerns during the fighting could escalate to a wider regional conflict. The M23 continued to gain ground in eastern DR Congo and last month seized the region's second biggest city, Bukavu. This development is taking us home, but before we leave, a recap of the headlines. President Joseph Waka underscores the urgent need for more job opportunities for Liberian youth, says such move will address the troubling gap in the job community. Former contractors of Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geoinformation Services demand immediate settlement of unpaid salaries, accuse authorities of a large refusal to listen to their plights. Mountain of waste takes over the main street in Douala Market as market women express frustration over poor waste management of the Monrovia City Corporation. And away from Liberia, Southern African leaders have announced that they will pull their troops out of Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where they have been helping the government fight rebel forces. This is how we draw down our curtains on today's edition of Kear News Line. Many thanks to our listeners and all those who helped in making this edition a success. Aloysius Chia brought us the bulletin of news. Jefferson we are sat at control, and my name is Maria Majalo. I presented. Good morning.